All right, guys, I hope everybody made it over here anyway. I'm gonna continue putting this on the hooks. This is a batch of the mild, and again, what happens here is my jerky is hung on rods like this. They'll be all the way across here. I'll show you when I finish one. In fact, I'll finish this one up right now, but my jerky is hung. That's one of the things that sets my jerky off. There may be some other jerky people out there in the industry that do it like this. Mine, when you say hands-on, it's hands-on. And for you out there talking about me using my raw hands, USDA has certified that if this product, meaning it's going into an oven and we're going to do what they call a lethal point that kills anything on it, my hands are clean. I wash them and we'll look at my shop one of these days. But anyway, they are clean and this is legal by USDA standards. Anyway, you put these racks in here, and in a future video I'll show it. I couldn't get to it today, the phone wouldn't quit ringing. So anyway, it sets in there like this. Well, today what I'm doing here is, again, these are going to be put in overnight because I've got a full oven in there cooking right now. It'll be done later this evening. Then, as I put these in here, and again, I think I said this is a mild batch, so this is the end of a mild batch. So anyway, I've got a hot one over there, and I'm going to get them set on the, I call hooks. I put them on the hooks. So I get this on the hooks, and then I cook it, pull it out, get it ready for packaging. I'm just going to get on here because I've been doing the rub videos, trying to have some fun and get some stuff spread out there. But anyway, as you can see, you can hear a TV in the background. I've got one here because I work by myself and I can be goofy and act goofy all I want to, but most of the time I put something on for background. Now, as you can see, I'm not even watching the TV. I've actually got something on that I watched years ago, and the series just plays back to back to back to back. So anyway, this is how the jerky process at my jerky goes, and this is the tail end or the second half of a complete case of meat. I think that case was about 72 pounds. A lot of people want to hoot and holler about the expense of jerky and they don't understand. But when I bought that case of jerky yesterday, it was 72 pounds, but that was not trimmed out. I had 17 pounds of trimmings. When you pull the trimmings off, people say, well, you could use that for hamburger. No, you can't, because most hamburger is either 73-27 ratio or a 80-20 and 90-10. This is about a 50-50 because I want to trim out as much of the fat as possible for jerky. You know, we want it to be lean. So it's kind of hard to do that. I do have a guy that processes deer. He purchases my trimmings from me for his summer sausage, deer sausage, whatever you want to call it. And then we cook it for sausage when deer season's around. Anyway, so going back to the expense, you've paid whatever the cost may be, if it's $3 a pound, $4 a pound, whatever for the meat, and then right off the top, you take off that 18 to 20 pounds per case, so you've lost that. So out of 72, you take off 18 off of 72, and you're back down to 54 pounds. Out of that 54 pounds of jerky, it's going to dry down to a third of that. So you might be lucky to get 25 pounds of jerky out of that. And then that's 25 is going to be pushing it. Probably going to be more close to 20 pounds. So when you look at that and people say, well, why is it so expensive? It's because all this meat that I'm putting on here, like I said, when I put it in the oven was 54 pounds. It's probably going to dry down to about 20 pounds. So, and that 20 is really going to be stretching it. So anyway, that's where your expense comes in. Your marinade, your meat, all that, but your loss of during dehydration is the main reason jerky is so expensive. I wish we could make it cheaper. I wish I had 1,000 head of cattle out here that we could slaughter and use everything off of. But that is another issue that people don't understand. Why can't you just buy cows? Well, because about 50 to 60% of what comes off of a cow or beef is not usable for jerky. stuff that's going to be burger meat. Some of these roasts that you get, people don't understand, have different cuts of meat in there, like your roast that you get. Now your rump roast, I use the eye of round. Rump roast, you can use pectoral. I mean, just all your big roast, yes, you could use them for jerky. But all that stuff has also got fat and junk in the middle of it that is no good for jerky, so you're going to grind it up for hamburger. So again, in the jerky business, you can't use simply the entire cow. People don't understand that are not in this business. So therefore, again, you can't just run out here and buy a bunch of cows and say, yeah, we're going to do this and we're going to make billions of dollars, because that don't happen unless you have other avenues to take care of that. In my experience, a lot of the bigger companies, and I'm not going to mention no names, but everybody out there sees them, they have the snack sticks or things like that. I like a snack stick myself, but they're so expensive to make, and if you get the ones that's big round as your pinky, there are lots and lots of labor intensity there. So anyway, I'm just going to jump on here today and give everybody kind of a show of what's going on, how I do my jerky, what things happen around here, and this has been a 4-hour event today. Now I did have to stop because the phone would quit ringing, but this is what goes on when I'm prepping jerky and getting it ready. After the cook session, I'll pull it off of the hooks, put it in bins to cool down, and let it set overnight, let it cool down, and tomorrow I'll package it up and it'll be ready to go out for sale. So I'll have some jerky tomorrow afternoon. In the morning I'll have some ready, but I'll also have this that we're putting on right now will be done probably somewhere around midday tomorrow. And I'll let it set for a couple of hours, cool, and then package it all up. And Friday I'll be out making some rounds and selling some jerky and probably ordering another case of meat to work up this weekend. Hopefully soon we're going to be in stores working on it, but it's a battle. But we're going to get there. Anyway, if you want to get some jerky, got 5 flavors: a mild, a peppered, a teriyaki, a hot, and an inferno. I don't do the inferno very often because you've about got to be a pepperhead to do that. But anyway, that's where we're going to end this today. I'm about done with this, and then I'm going to put the hot on and get that in the refrigerator, and then I am going to go in and make some phone calls on some new packaging that I'm working on for the rub as well as the jerky. I'm going to work through the labels and stuff that we've got here, and then I am going to try to start doing pre-label packaging. Pre-printed, pre-labeled, whatever you may want to call it. So anyway, hope everybody enjoys. Tell everybody, tell your friends and everybody to go on my channel here and go to my website, help me out. All the hits I can get moves me to the top. The more it gets on any of our social media, helps me spread out there and spread the business far and wide. Anyway, y'all have a good day. Y'all all get you some.